Hey, what's going on, everybody? Kurt from Kurt's Kicks. Um, Sorry, it's been a while. I've had a lot going on. I've been meaning to get out some videos. I've had a lot of stuff come in. It's just been crazy busy. So, um, that said, I just started a new semester today, and in one of my classes, I was uh, discussing, something interesting about myself, a hobby, going through different things, and I was talking about my shoe collection. And then it got me to thinking, someone asked before, like, what's the most limited thing I have, or, just kind of what's the most expensive shoe I have, stuff like that. And I started thinking, and there's been a lot of times before I made any videos when I had things that came in and went out and I didn't make a video, some pretty limited stuff or sought after things, and I didn't do a video on it. So, the stuff that I have in my collection now, I started thinking about it, and I was like, I should just make a real brief video with the shoes I have, and then kind of discuss real quick what I like about them, or, how I pick them up, and what my plans are with them. So that said, I started thinking, obviously I was going to try to limit it down to like three per, instead of doing, 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs of, this model here. So I started thinking, I was like, I should break it up into sections, and do it Jordans like 1 through 12, and then maybe like runners or Yeezys or something like that. But so now I was going to do, just Jordans, and I was going to do them 1 through 3, and I was going to do 3 pairs of each real quick and just kind of go over it. First thing I wanted to address, though, I don't know if my wife will see this or not, but I wanted to give her a shout out. She just recently finished, right before the holidays, finished with her doctorate. So, it's been a long time coming. She's done a lot of hard work for that, and I just want to say how proud of her I am. She's actually getting into a new program right now, just started the same day on Monday, like me, but she did finish her doctorate, and it's just been a hard ride, but an amazing ride, and it's quite an accomplishment, and I'm really proud of her. So, I love you and good job. So, I don't know if she'll see this anyways, but that said, I was going to start with Jordan 1s, and Jordan 1s make up a lot of my collection. To be quite honest, I've got 30-some pairs, I think, give or take right now. And so it's kind of hard to just honestly pick 3. There is some criteria. I was thinking of, hyperheat, all that stuff. Sometimes they're both. But I was thinking, like, what's the value of the shoe? Is the value, where will it be? How hard is it to get? Things like that. And so I was going to, this is the only shoe that I was having like a real difficult time on, because I have so many, and there's so many that I love, and then it's like, okay, but this is a video about like the most, like the heat. So I had to give like honorable mention, and this is the only one that I'm going to be doing. And, honorable mention on the 1s would be the classic Chicago one, 2015. So these have been, out for almost 3.5 years. They came out in summer of 2015, and then Nike canceled the release, which made it even more difficult. I still have a dead stock pair. I love this pair. I just got the Spider-Man ones, similar, but they're not the same. I really do love this pair. This is honorable mention, though. I mean, this is like a $700 shoe right now. It's just such a classic colorway. But that said, the other shoes I have are either worth more, or they're sometimes they're harder to get. Having a dead stock pair, this is very tough to get right now. So, but they are out there. So that's honorable mention. Next up, another red and black colorway. The Noels, no photos on these. The classic. We've got these. Wear Me, Please Crease. I'll do a review on these. I got these. Obviously these are still dead stock. Prices, I tried to get a yellow pair. I actually had a yellow pair coming in because I knew they were exclusive to Los Angeles only, and I knew that I wanted to get that pair, so I purchased it off StockX. Long story short, they had like almost 1,200 sales. I spoke with Josh Luber personally on this. They had 1,200 sales, and there was only 3 flakes. and I was one of the unlucky ones that had a flake. So I was just kind of left out, and it, so long story short, I ended up getting this pair, and this is a really nice pair, but the value went down. It went down, 150, 200 bucks. It's right around $500 right now. That said, like the Chicago ones I said were up to 7 something. That has 3 years on this. So in 3 years, is this going to be a $700 shoe? They are pretty limited. I saw numbers around like 16,000 for these and 4,000 for the marquee yellow. I think so. I mean, I think this will definitely be, a higher price range again. But then again, it's hard to tell. They may just always sit at 500. But this color, anything that you have a Jordan 1 that's different and limited in black and red, it's going to hit. So those are the honorable mentions. Sorry, I've got these in the cases still, but so let's see. Next up, one of the top 3, hyped pairs that I have in ones. Shattered backboard. I've got the reverse shattered backboard. Those are climbing too, but those are in the same. I have the bread toes. I've got, the bands from a couple years ago. All those shoes are climbing. The Jordan 1s are really hot right now, and they always have been and always will be. But this shoe, was one of the ones that came out, and it was, people made a big deal just about the quality, about the leather. They were different. I love the shoe too. This is my high school colors. I've always loved orange and black, Halloween. I mean, this is it right here. I love this shoe. So, right now the shoe's in the $700 range, dead stock. I have worn these. They still look pretty good though. But I love this shoe, and this is one of the ones that made the list as far as one of my top ones. And Off-White, UNC Off-White. This is the, one of the shoes, one of the top 3. Currently sitting around $750 to $850, depending on where you're looking at. These were really high up there, and then they kind of dipped. I thought they would climb just like all the other Off-Whites have, but they haven't. Not yet, and it's hard to tell what will happen, honestly, but I'm looking at getting a pair of the Chicago 1 Off-Whites, and those things have really skyrocketed. So we'll see if I get those. I'll be changing, my top ones if I pick that up. But this is a real nice shoe. I've got a review coming out on this along with all the shoes you see here. But, I was able to pick that up off of sneakers on that surprise drop. A lot of people thought that there was a lot of pairs, but it was really just how they dropped them. That method allowed for a lot of people to hit. So I think that played a part into it. The next shoe, band. This is actually the band. The X marks the spot back there. 2011 bread band. You've got that on the inside there. You've got the X's. I mean, I actually took out the insole because I wear these quite often. The insole I have is like pristine, so I just put some replacement insoles in there because I didn't, it's got the marking on that. And I do have a review on this coming up. I love the shoe. It's real nice. It's got the Imagine If back there. But these things are sitting, I've seen these, this is size 11. I've seen this for, $1,100, $1,200. They were just so, Nike pulled them and added to the mystique of them because they pulled them before they released it because the dates were off. So there was a lot of stuff going on with that. These are different than, this is when they have the neoprene up here. They fit more like a SB. I mean, they've got that extra padding in there. Real nice shoe though. And these are the top of the ones list. These are rather, pricey right now. So like I said, if I were to get the Chicago ones, that would definitely change that. But so next up, Jordan 2s. To be honest, I was kind of having a hard time on these because I wasn't quite sure the pair that I wanted to use to start off. So just on to beach colorway. These released, what weren't they? I think they were like $650. or 600 for the box, something, you know, crazy. And then I got them through Just Don, and got the Illinois and Chicago tax. And so I sold the hat, and I kept the other stuff, but I just, you know, but this is a real nice shoe. Actually, I'm looking at getting a pair. My wife, I got a pair of the Just Don Arctic Orange for my wife, and you know, she really likes them. I'm actually looking at getting a pair of those in my size, in a 10.5. So obviously, if I were to get those would move to, you know, the top of the 2s probably. I almost picked up a pair of the Dornbecker 2s, and you know, I was on the fence about them, and I'm looking at them. I just liked it. You know, it was the first of the Dornbecker collection, and so that kind of adds to it. So I have been looking at picking up some other pairs that would make the list. Not straying too far. Just Don 2, the first one to come out, the blue pair. You know, I like the style of these quilted pairs. I mean, there's something different. They're really nice. They are limited. You know, they are pricey. It's a really nice, high quality shoe. So that's why I said I'm looking into the Arctic Orange too. But I love these shoes, to tell you the truth. I mean, if you're gonna have a 2, I know some people don't enjoy them as much, and I don't mind them, but I also like, you know, the fact that these are the 2s that I have, you know, among others, but something that kind of jumps off the page, and that's these, you know. And so the last pair I have is the most limited pair, and to be quite honest, it's probably the most limited pair of shoes that I have. I think, I don't know, the Bin 23s. I don't know if you can see this in there, but there's only 1,097 pairs. I'll be doing an in-depth review of these. They have the wooden insole. I mean, this is one of the shoes that started, you know, the premium quality, the real premium blends, the high-end stuff, the shoe bags, different insoles. I mean, this really started it. You know, the insoles in here are like leather. I mean, and like I said, I will have a video out, a full review of these. But these are really, really nice. So I ended up getting a pair that was slightly used. I got these somewhat recently through Goat. So, you know, I really do just like this shoe overall, and the fact that it's so limited. I mean, this is a nice shoe. So, all right. Well, there were a couple for the Jordan 3 that I was on the fence about, and I wasn't quite sure. And like I said, I really wasn't sure what to do quite with the Jordan 3s, because I had a few different pairs that were hyped or limited, honorable mention. You know, I have the free throw lines. I really love those. But the Justin Timberlake, the JTH Super Bowl, you know, these surprise dropped during the Super Bowl. I was able to get these right through Nike. You know, this was one of the first reviews I ever did. I still have my pair dead stock. I just wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do with them. I love, you know, white cement 3s. This pair does have the, you know, the swoosh, the original Tinker swoosh on there. But I love this pair. You know, the price at one point on these was well over $1,000, but now it's resting around $400, $500. But it's still, you know, a pretty limited shoe. The numbers were higher than they originally thought that they would be, because they released them on the tour as well. But, you know, it's a great shoe, and I see people trying to buy these now. I think they are going up. I think they're kind of moving up in price, so it's hard to tell what happened with them. But, you know, I really do like this classic colorway. A great shoe, you know. So, and then well, hold on, because I don't know pricing. So, Atmos, the Atmos 3. This pair's dead stock here. I will be wearing these soon, though, probably. Man, I got the pack, obviously, with these. So these included the Atmos X Jordan Air Force 1, 2. And then, but these are a nice shoe. You know, a lot of people, when they didn't like these in the pack. And this is the reason I got the pack. I mean, I just love it. Colorway is different. I do have a full review on this, but this is one of my top 3s. You know, as far as the 3s go. Real nice shoe. It's really, I mean, the quality. Some people were not saying the quality wasn't that great, but I think it's pretty decent overall. And it's a different concept, and I like the colors. And, you know, it's just a unique shoe. So that's one of my top threes, and then the last pair would be Dornbecker 3. Love this shoe. This is the 2013 pair. You know, they released it in 2010, then re-released in 2013. These aren't dead stock. I do have sole protectors on these, so you know, getting a little bit yellow, but that's what'll happen with time. But they're pretty clean. I mean, they're really nice. I've seen, you know, a lot of pairs that are different. You know, they're starting to lose the color, and then you lose this here. The indentions with the design comes off, so, you know, and that spells coal. I mean, I'm sure you've seen a bunch of reviews on these, but these are really, really nice shoes. I love these shoes. You know, I still have, obviously, on the insole there. But yeah, these, you know, dead stock pairs of these are, you know, $700. They have gone down. Sometimes I see prices that are a little lower. It's really hard to tell, but, you know, this is a nice shoe, nice high quality. And then this rounds out the, you know, top threes, the 3 pairs of the 1, 2, and 3. So, you know, I was going to do another video, have 4, 5, and 6, and then so on. You know, I do have things that are about the same. You know, I was thinking, oh, I don't have that many, like, 4s that are limited or that. But then I started going through, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I do. Same with 5s. Like, oh, yeah, I forgot I had that, or I had this. And, you know, they add up, so. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'll be putting out full reviews of each of these pairs sometime soon. I just gotta get after it. Some of these I've already done, and you know, I just need to get them out there. So, but I just wanted to do that real quick while I was kind of moving some things around. It got me to thinking. So, I hope you enjoy the video. You know, hit the like button. You know, feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see the new videos coming out. Hit me up in the comments. Tell me what you liked or what you didn't like. You know, if you have any questions about the shoes or anything, you know, just hit me up. So I appreciate it. And, you know, as always, wear your kicks, have fun, and, you know, be kind to each other. Thanks.